Hey guys, let's make another deal. I'm going to give you 3 exciting games that will be full of traps and dirty tricks. Then you are going to watch this entire video without skipping any part. You will learn some new traps, new ideas, and new openings as well. So that's a deal. You watch all the games that I'm about to play in exchange for value. But just a little disappointing disclosure, I had a glitch during this recording session. For some reason, I just forgot to include the clocks in the recording area. My bad. I hope you guys are going to understand, but I did manage to retrieve the original timestamps from the glitches settings. All the games you are about to watch are original and nothing personal. Okay, off we go. Let's see how far we can get. This is the Italian versus the 2 knights defense. Bishop c5. I need to be very fast. I don't have time. This is where we relocate the queen's knight to the king's side. Like this. Did I just allow that move to happen? I don't care. Okay, now I can play pawn to c6. By the way, I was just going to play h6 if knight d5 was played, something like that. Still had pawn takes. I don't mind taking back with the g pawn. That's just what I love to do. Bishop takes is coming. The idea is to plant my knight on f4, given a chance. So queen e7 must be played. I know what my opponent wants to do. Queen e7. I have that move. Maybe I'm going to plant this knight. So white's plan is very clear. From here, I can even do this. Maybe there will be some sacrifices here. I have check. And I don't mind taking with my a pawn. What I'm going to do is to... Wait a second, what if I just take? I'm not going to win anything here, but there's something I can do about this man. Let's do this. We give a check. The bishop is under attack. Yep, now we can just take, right? I'm gonna take with the knight. This is how we defend the f7 pawn, plus attacking the bishop. So now I can castle. Is there pawn to d4? I don't understand why my opponent did this, but looks like there's something better I can do here. Let's say no to that trade for now. My opponent wants a queen trade. It looks like I don't have enough options. Let's do this for now. I believe my queen is more powerful than my opponent's queen. That's why I did not accept that queen trade offer. Is there something like this? I'm just going to sidestep. The bishop will be pinned. Yeah, I saw that coming. If I play this move, white will win the game. So let's do this. Now the bishop is pinned. And maybe I can go bishop d6, bishop e6 on the next move. Okay, my opponent was very clever, but not clever enough. The queen was under attack. Here I'm just going to oversimplify the game. It looks like I'm just up an exchange. I'm looking at this move, but I guess that's not going to work. So probably let's just do this. and develop the bishop. The thing is, I'm supposed to be controlling the f file, so I should let white take me. Nice try, but I can just pin that knight to the queen. On the next move, I might even sacrifice. Looks like my opponent has eyes. But this gives me an opportunity to up my rook. Like this. So the idea is to create a battery. White's position is cramped. There's nothing much they can do. Now my battery is successful. Now I'm ready to sacrifice. Okay, that was a brilliant move, brilliant idea. Perhaps I can go pawn to g5. We still have queen takes for future reference. Guess I can just take, right? Let's oversimplify the game from here. This is what I signed up for. If I don't do anything, black is gonna take my rook anyways. Oh, let me do this. Better than nothing. But the idea will still be to take. Maybe if rook e1, I might advance my g pawn to g4. I think I just made a blunder. You know what I should have done? Should have taken the rook, then play this move. Yep, that was going to be a lot easier, but my opponent also blundered in some way. I can now take. Yeah, I should have just taken the rook. I don't know what came into my mind. I started thinking about my ex. I'm going to chop all the pawns off the board. We attack that pawn. Yeah, my opponent just resigned, but I'm not really happy with this win. I mean, I should have taken the rook. I don't know why. I just slipped. I mean, rook takes, it's very simple. Bishop takes, then rook f2. That was definitely going to win a piece. Either the knight or the bishop. I don't know what came into my mind. I played that move. The best white could have done was to play rook. What's that? Yep, rook e1. Anywho, let's move on. And here is where we begin. Let's play the Boden-Kitzer-Risky Gambit. The reversed Stafford Gambit, if you may. Yep, so the idea is to take with my d pawn and pave the way for my queen. Look at that. The top played move here is pawn to f6 to stop knight g5. This is what most people do. But I don't know what my opponent is going to do since they are not most people. And there's this other idea of sacrificing the knight, then go queen h5 check. Looks like my opponent doesn't really know what to do from here. So I'm gonna punish them for this. If pawn to d6 is played, I'll be happy to go knight g5 and attack the weak f7 pawn. Yeah, I'll do whatever it takes to pluck out my opponent's teeth. Honestly, I have forgotten what the theory says here, but I guess pawn to c6 is not the answer. This shouldn't be the answer. What to do next? Pawn to c6. I'm thinking of taking on e5. On the other hand, I'm also thinking of sacrificing my light squared bishop. I think I should just take on e5. Yep, this is what the theory says, and I should put my bishop on d3, I guess. I can play queen e2, but bishop d3 looks attractive for now. The top played move here is bishop d6, that's what most people play, but queen e7 I have never seen before. Here I can just cast a shot, knowing full and well that black can't take my knight due to rook e1. Okay, so there we see bishop e6. I think I can advance my f pawn. The idea is to go f5. Knight b d7. Now that looks bad. So if bishop takes, I have rook e1 pinning the queen to the king, and if queen takes, I have pawn to f5, game over. So black just blundered. In this case, I have this. The bishop is trapped. I'm just gonna be up a piece, and my opponent resigned. Next game. Alright, we go e4. This is a blitz match, by the way, against a player rated 1800, and that's the French defense. Let's see what they are going to do. Let's take queen f4 check. This is called the Steiner variation, not to be mistaken with the Schnapp Gambit. The Schnapp is where we play queen b3. Now queen b3 here attacks the pawn on b7. Wow, this is one annoying move. I guess there's something I can do here. All I remember is sacrificing my knight. Yep, if pawn takes, I'll play bishop c4. You can see where my cursor is, or where my mouse is. Every normal player would take on e4. I don't know what my opponent is waiting for, so that's just a nice sacrifice, but there's checkmate coming. And after knight h6, we attack that other knight. The idea is to take back. So here I can take this knight, and checkmate is still pending. My opponent needs to be very careful from here. If pawn takes, I'll checkmate them in every angle. If queen check, I'll just retreat my bishop back. They will have to take on g2, but I'll just play rook g1. In chess, you have to, be thinking like this, at least 3 steps ahead of your opponent, and this is exactly how you do it. So now next I should play something like knight d2 or knight c3. I see what my opponent is trying to do here, and that will hurt. But for now, let's stop their idea by playing pawn to d4. Okay, now this allows that check. I should have played knight d2. Yep, I thought so. So now this is gonna be hard for me. Extremely hard. Maybe I should get back the pawn by playing pawn to d5. Yeah, black is making all the right moves in this world. So what to do next? I think let me just retreat. The idea is to get this pawn. Oh, that is coming. Yep. I thought my opponent wasn't going to miss that. I don't know what they are. Anyway. I still have pawn to f3, and that I'm down by a pawn. So I just need to get back one pawn, and that'll be it. Don't know what I should do, but looks like I can play knight f3 now, and I should be good. Knight f3, knight takes, I'll just take. My opponent should have taken the knight. That's just my opinion. This is gonna die. Yes, and I can now safely get back one pawn. These are connected pawns. If castle short, I should activate my king somehow, but this again is a weak pawn. Maybe I should move my... I don't know. My opponent is doing everything right. What do you expect me to do? What if I just take? Is that any trick? I think my opponent is kind of late. What if I just attack that bishop and do this? Let's attack the bishop. I don't need to play obvious moves. Yeah, I saw that coming, but now this is when I can attack the bishop. Oversimplifying the game. At least I'm getting closer to drawing opportunities, drawing chances. Now we can take and plant the king here. This is where we put the king. The idea is to go knight e5 next. First what do I do? There's that. Not a good sign at all. Not a good sign. I also have this move. Can I try that? First, let's attack the bishop. To see what black is up to. Bishop d6 will be an obstruction, and that's what I want. Yep. So now black doesn't have rook takes, so I can safely win one pawn back, right? Do I have this? Oh, there's that. I have knight takes. Do I still have this move available? I don't know. Maybe I should play this move here. This allows me to defend the pawn. Now I can get rid of the bishop or that pawn. Yeah, at worst, this may result into a draw. I love my knight. Maybe I'm not going to trade it off. Yeah, that's a technical move. Always expect moves like these weird moves. What can I do to please my opponent? Thinking of playing this. Let's try this. I'm just trying. Now the rook has to be behind, right? Just a sneaky move. If rook 8 d, man, if rook d7, what was I supposed to do? Still not easy. Can't find a direct winning plan. Let's try this. Just trying. I have knight takes or rook takes. Nah, my opponent just blundered. Sorry, buddy. You have to die. It is time to go. Go where? It is time to go home. Do I have this? Let me try. Is there a rook check? Rook takes? That. I don't know what's going to happen, but let's do this for now. This takes, check. Yep. My opponent is kind of late, but they should have punished me for that. Now I can do this. Checkmate is now unavoidable, right? What black should have done was to sacrifice. Check, then give a check like that. I saw that very late, but this is exactly what I wanted to see at first. Because now I have this checkmate idea. But black can play rook that. Can also win this other pawn. So we take for now. Can take that pawn. Can take this. I think I'm going to take with my knight. Let's take. I saw that coming. Oh, my opponent has this move. I want to walk away with a discovery. Maybe this wasn't a good plan after all. And there's this simple trick. I have many pass pawns. That'll be check. So we oversimplify things. These are moves that most, average players don't see. So just a way to oversimplify things. Attack the bishop now. I don't mind sacrificing. Yeah, I should be very careful lest my knight can be trapped, but I have this move. And there's a pass pawn. Ah, damn it. Maybe I'm going to lose. Or maybe I'm not. I underestimated my opponent's plan. I give them a check for now. Let's try this. Wow. This is not happening, right? This is not happening. I need to push this pawn as quickly as I can. Now I'm just relying on my blitz skills. I need to play this move. This pawn is dead. So at worst, this can be a draw. This guy has played so well, I should admit. Very good chess player. I need to put this pawn here. Those are endgame techniques. I'm not sure what that is all about, but let me do a little trick. This is all about tricks for now. Let's just take no tricks. Damn it. Yeah, this is going to be a draw if my opponent won't miss this poke. There's this. Yep, knights are very tricky. I stole the game from my opponent. This is what I do every day, stealing games. Ah, damn it. That was just some crazy endgame technique. Knights are very tricky, and this is why I said I love my knights. But I still have to work for my meal. This is not yet over. If this pawn is traded, that'll be it. So I need to find a great way not to avoid that trade, the trade of this pawn. So I need to push this. I think, yeah, I can play knight check. Knight check. Just driving the king far away from the kingdom of Babylon. I need to find a way to put my knight here, not where I'm playing. So let's do this for now. And I am supposed to activate my thing. So let's do this for now. I'm going to sacrifice material if needed. So let's do this. I do this. This shouldn't be a draw. activate the king. I don't know what theory says here, but I'm just going to try. Yeah, let's do this to take away this space. The idea is to get this pawn. My knight is stopping that. Now this is game over for black. So I take this. There might be a little trick here. Black may push that and take this and start pushing. Yep, this is game over. Yep, if I wanted, I was going to start matching with my king all the way up to the 7th rank. I should say this is the strongest opponent I have played in today's stream. Unfortunately, I did not even gain any elos. That's how evil chess can be. Now check this out, you guys. If you want to learn more about these kinds of tricks or similar opening ideas like the ones I just shared, you can watch this video that has popped up on the top left. Another video that I highly recommend you check out to skyrocket your rating is this one that has popped up on the top right. But if you love Gambit videos, you can check out the video that has popped up on the bottom left. And if you are a lover of chess traps like myself, feel free to click on the video that has popped up on the bottom right.